Check, 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 check. Guys, here we go. Aloha, lads and gents. Welcome back to a new episode of Crunch Time. Guys, I'm so happy to be live. I'm so happy that already some people joined. Good evening, Felix Feather. I finally make it happen that I could integrate the chat into my live stream record tool, software, device, whatsoever. And therefore now here and there I can see if you send something and utilize the chat log, and yeah, hopefully sooner or later I will reply to your comments. Yeah, so thank you very much first of all to have all of you in. Today is Monday, 26th of February. In Germany it's 9:31 p.m. Yeah, so I think in Eastern time ET it's 3:31 p.m. Hopefully I'm correct. If not, you can type in first message during your dump. You can't even calculate correctly the time. However, it is how it is. First of all, a quick disclaimer before we jump into more information, and as always I will pitch a little bit the stock we will talk today. So for the ones who are new to the company, we will talk today, and the earnings results will get released and publicated roughly in, I think, 23 minutes. So I think 4 p.m. ET. I will definitely add some words to this company, which is HIMS and HERS. But before we jump in, as mentioned already, a quick disclaimer that today and as always we will not have any financial advice or consultation whatsoever over here, and there is no guarantee for the correctness of the provided data. I always try my best to do the best research and analysis I can provide, but yeah, I'm just a human, guys, and sometimes even not the most concentrated one. So yeah, let's be honest, it is how it is. Everyone has his strengths and his weaknesses, and make always sure you do your own due diligence and evaluation, of course, especially because it's your own money, your own life, your own later maybe pension or whatsoever, or you may be saving or investing for a big dream, what you want to realize earlier. Even more important to make sure, yeah, that you do your own evaluation, yeah. So guys, about what we are talking today, which kind of company. This time I've decided we will settle the horse, I hope that's correct English, from the other side, yeah. And I want to first show you some numbers. The ones who checked out the video of HIMS and HERS, they've already seen it. But these are actually more or less current key KPIs and indicators, figures of HIMS and HERS. Yeah, you can see we're talking about a company which has EV to sales ratio of 2. That doesn't sound so bad, I think, but that's not too rare, honestly, as well. I mean, you will find a bunch of companies who are attached with this kind of EV sales of ratio. But then it goes on. Revenue growth rates of 50% and up. Of course, it declines and gets lower and lower quarter by quarter, which is regular. So it's not on the increasing exponential development stage, more on the decreasing line and stage of growth, or decline basically. However, I think now it's already crazy to find more than a few companies with EV sales of 2 and revenue growth rates of 50% up. And then we go on with even more attractive attributes, like basically zero debt. Yeah, that's great. That's always a good attribute, especially when you are more focused on growth. I think when you are more like an ultra hyper growth or high growth company, it's not that bad to run with a certain level of debt. But this company is already or almost at zero debt and has a certain level of cash actually. There is okay stock-based compensation. I will not go too much into detail, but this is maybe, it's not a red flag, but it's a, let's say, yellow-orange colored flag, yeah? So, I mean, stock-based compensation doesn't have to be always negative, honestly, but of course we would like as an investor that it's on a certain level, somehow limited, not reaching some roof sky-high levels, yeah? Then already mentioned solid cash position as well, so basically zero debt and cash position, and which is quite economically stable. Yeah, and about what kind of company we're talking today, we don't see too much. Wait, is it working? There we go. HIMS nurse. Yeah, it's actually it's not a big surprise that you joined the HIMS and Hers stream. I think, or you're very drunk or whatsoever, and weird or whatever the causes that you joined. Maybe you like me. Maybe introduce myself as well. My name is Julian. As always, the host of this channel, and always highly appreciate to have the chance to talk a little bit about this, because honestly I was in a position like I was just a regular investor, and I'm still a regular private investor like I was half a year ago. But sometimes I was sitting alone in front of my working desk, of my notebook whatsoever, and I was waiting for the earnings results, and I was hoping, oh man, why is no one is backing HIMS and Hers? Why is nobody backing new Stone Co whatsoever? A lot of tiny, more compact, rarely known companies with a higher growth identity. Yeah, so I tried to fulfill this gap, let's say it like this, and here I am. Yeah, and still love it as first day. And what is already a little bit awkward, I mean, if you checked out the thumbnail of this video, of the stream, I think it's something like crushing the $10 or $10 price mark because of very likely GAAP neutrality. Oh man, I don't know if that's pronounced correctly, but I'm very sure you know what I'm talking about. So $10 was more or less the cliffhanger, you know, the message I wanted to trigger the audience that they join the call. And actually because of this, as you can see it here, I hope you can see it, yes, the already increasement of 5.46% up during this stock market day. Yeah, we already crossed the magical $10 mark. I mean, it's not first time that it took place. Maybe we can check out quickly when we talk already about the chart and the history of HIMS and Hers. We can check out the price development over the past. As you can see, IPO took place, is it correct? September 19? Maybe it is, maybe it is not. But as you can see, during the pandemic time, of course, higher demand. It peaked very, very quickly to a level of roughly $24, and then right after, boom, drop. Like so many other stocks, many of them a little bit later actually. I think more like October, November, a lot of digital driven, new e-commerce, whatsoever you want to call this kind of genre stocks dropped, and they dropped earlier and then stayed there quite stable, and then a certain level of volatility took place. But more or less since, let's say, 1 year and 4 months, the stock is raising with a dip again. But now, yeah, we crossed the $10. We crossed it already, let's say 8 till 10 months ago. But this is the history of the price. And I see already you are writing some stuff in the screen. Just bought 40K, but tried to drop immediately when miss. That's a lot. Just have 1K in. Yeah, it always depends, man. I honestly, it's my largest position. I'm invested with roughly $20,000, and it's I think 28% of my investment portfolio. Definitely as well. I mean, there's a reason why that's the largest position, and that's the largest position with the highest conviction I'm definitely invested in. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I see huge potential, and I understand, MP, for instance, that you want to leave immediately after we will miss the results. I very likely will not react that quickly, and I'll invest, let's say, not on the long-term base, whatever this means. I mean, I'm not Warren Buffett or something like this, but let's say on the mid-term, I might target is at least to hold the stock for one or let's say 3 years. And I'm already a shareholder since I think last year March. Yeah, I was, I think, up to 30% in the red, in the negative, and now I'm, I don't know, 10-20% up. Yeah. I mean, it's part of my pension plan as well, but it's a big part of my hobby. I love to invest. on stocks. I love research. I love to have even now this live streams. Love it actually way more than just record some videos and cut them alone, hours over hours. If you check out my YouTube channel, you can see there a GAAP analysis which is separated in 3 parts. GAAP, very nice, interesting company. I mean, interesting. Nice depends on you, but I think at least it's interesting. But yeah, it was a lot of work to really adjust it. However, yeah, but depending on your position, I mean, I think even everyone who's invested with $20 will maybe feel the same feelings we all have today. Yeah, so I don't hope I will start crying today, honestly, but you never know. You never know what will happen, and but I'm quite confident the results will be in line, and if they are not really hitting the expectations, at least I hope, and I'm somehow relatively strongly convinced that they not missed that largely. But we should never forget when we talk about the stock. One other slide I want to share with you is, let me close this for one. Here, the short positioning, or as you can see here. So HIMS and HERS a lot of times was somehow confronted with negative investment energy, let's say it like this. I mean, it depends already on one side of the river, or which side on the river you're located. But a lot of times, even if the results have been quite positive after, on the next day or the upcoming days, or even after market closing, the stock inclined heavily and dropped, even if it raised earlier a little bit heavier, about 10%, 15%. I think that was, for instance, the case Q2 2023, so 2 quarters ago. And you can see here that the short positioning during 2023 increased quite heavily. Let's say, with the tendency of more participating on a drop of a stock. And now since Q3, it's a little bit more back to normal, which I think is already a great sign and quite positive. But I think first things first, yeah, we should start talking about what is actually HIMS and HERS. So I think that's more important to really dig the fundament for those of you, again, who are new to the channel, who are new to HIMS and HERS. I mean, I honestly wasn't aware of HIMS and HERS two and a half years ago, something like this. And then I've walked really, I don't like this company. I mean, sometimes it's subjective, you know. It's not always just about facts. Sometimes you need to have a good feeling with a company. I mean, you need to go through it even in the more difficult times, and to stay loyal to a company, to investment in the more difficult times, you sometimes need to have a good relationship, even if the numbers are good or not that good, yeah. So we are just humans and we are not computers. It is how it is. And I was really somehow defending myself in investing and making more research about HIMS and HERS for roughly a year or something like this. And then I decided to make research, press the purchase button, and here I am. Yeah. So HIMS and HERS basically is a digital pharmacy, is a digital doctor shop, a digital pharmacy, and of course a healthcare service and product provider, yeah, out of the US, headquartered in the US. Not that old. You have seen the IPO didn't took place too far or too long ago. And let's check out what kind of products they provide. Oh, that's the quarter results. Let's check if they're already live, but would be very surprising if that's the case. Yeah, so here in this column, we will see Q4, and as soon Q4 is released, we will check it out. And this time, first time ever, since a few times I guided some earnings. You can check out the channel for other earnings results I streamed and guided or backed. I'm always late, and today I really tried my best to be on time, and I think I achieved it. But to stay in time, I need to push now forward to utilize the next 20 minutes on a more or less efficient way, let's say it like this. So check out some products of them. So you need to know, I mean, it's called HIMS and HERS, yeah. I think the ticker symbol is HIMS. but actually nowadays is HIMS and HERS, and I can already tell you now, because very likely I forget it later on, HERS is a little bit more in the back and more the rising star. HIMS is more the established business, let's say it like this. So we have products, healthcare products for HIMS and healthcare products for HERS. And here we see the, let's check out, I make it a little bit smaller for you guys. I hope it's working like this. Yeah, I think it looks better. Okay, great. So what we have here is the basically the website you can see when you join as a potential customer, as a prospect for the HIMS products, yeah? So as a mail regularly. So we have different kind of products basically and treatments, but as you can see here, these top categories, I mean it's 6, but actually I would sum it up as 5, yeah, are the major product categories on the HIMS part. So we have sex driving articles like stronger erections and longer sex, and both of them basically, so there are blends out of it. Then we have regrow hair, and you will already see in the regrow section some keywords which you will see a lot. I hope we will see it. Okay, not yet, but you can see already, it looks not really like a medicament. It looks way more convenient and like not like really like something what you don't want to use, yeah. So that's one of the secrets of HIMS and HERS. The overall brand, as you can see here, and the product itself, the product portfolio is designed, even the packages, as you can see, yeah, just like a regular not non-negative affected good, yeah, what you can utilize. You can see it here. You put it in this box and take it out when you are wherever you are, let's say like this, even if you are on a trip, and you just flop it into your mouth and chew it a little bit, and then hopefully your hair will grow or will be thicker, or you get new hair or whatsoever. And then we have, so actually most of the time of the history, a lot of negative comments about them. And guys, we always, when we are invested in it, it's even more important to listen to the negative perspective, let's say it like this, or to the contra perspective. And for a long period of time, HIMS and HERS was basically, there have been these rumors in the market, yeah, HIMS and HERS is just driving business because of sex products and of hair products and nothing more, nothing less. But HIMS and HERS selling themselves like let's say a 360 degree very free service company with a lot of products, but it's actually just selling sex drugs on generic level and hair products on generic level, yeah. So, and this is not, in my perspective at least, and I think in many other investors' perspective at least, this it's not the view anymore, the situation. So they launched as well anxiety products, yeah, mental health products. And you can see now we have the keyword which you see nowadays very often, way more often, week by week, and it's personalized, yeah. So I mean, there are competitors. We will talk quickly later on in the compact period of time. There are of course competitors, but in my perspective, either they're providing products which are very insurance driven, and all of these products, as far as I know, are more or less not insurance driven, yeah. So you can purchase them even and without, you can see it here. Thank you very much, HIMS and HERS. On the top bar here in the sticker line, you can see no insurance required, yeah. So I'm not lying at all. So yeah, they are more focusing the products without any insurance support required, and the second aspect is which are very highly personalized, yeah, nowadays, yeah. So no matter if we talk about the sex thing, the hair growth, as I mentioned, you can tell, yeah, you have this problem or that problem or whatever, and then I mean it will very likely not be 100% custom made, and every customer gets his really own mixture of different ingredients, but it is a little bit more personalized, yeah. Keep it like this, and this is already a key for success, I think, for the company to really diversify them or diversify to defer them to the competitors, yeah, and make sure that the customers are more loyal, and then to switching to other vendors of this kind of solutions, of hair growth solutions, because for sure they are not the only one, no matter if we talk about the US or they are, I think, present as well in Great Britain. There are multiple providers. I mean, I'm located in Germany, and even here you can order this kind of stuff nowadays everywhere from the world, basically. But through this personalized solution, that makes it special, yeah. If you really want to get your own mixture, your own blend, then you somehow need to stay loyal, very likely, to HIMS. So have longer sex life is basically a little bit like have great sex, yeah. You will see the same setup, and then we have get smooth skin, yeah, always important, yeah, that you can smile like this guy and be very happy with yourself inside and outside. And you see we have different creams, well designed, RX skin, so that sounds for me a little bit actually like RX, like prescription. But however, maybe it is, maybe it's not, yeah, but you can see. So they have this portfolio which is as well very well designed. And then we have one of the newest rollouts, which is actually weight loss products, yeah. You know, Eli Lilly, sorry. Third try, I think I pronounced it correctly, like Eli Lilly, who producing this kind of very strong weight loss products, or which is the second one, Novo Nordisk, I think, from Europe as well. They offering this weight loss, and weight loss was long time in the potential development pipeline of HIMS and hers, and I think, check this out, I prepared it actually. So here we are. Yeah, in December last year, so roughly roughly 2 months ago, they finally released the HIMS and hers products, launched the products, yeah. And it's not just about products, it was, as you can see, a holistic weight loss program, yeah. So it's a mixture of how some supplements or some eat plans, yeah, some training plans, the actual products, as you can see here, or we can go back so you get a better feeling for it. Different ingredients, they get somehow balanced depending on your need, how much you need to lose, what's your weight, what is your daily lifestyle, yeah, and your daily routine basically of your life. And that was, of course, at least it's connected to a lot of hope for the investors. Let's say it like this, yeah. I mean, because you know that the products of Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly getting so much demand in the market. I mean, it's especially, or when you keep in mind how expensive they are for the customers. Of course, they have a certain price. There's a lot of development going in and research to this kind of products. Of course, they want to make money out of it, but the demand is extremely high, not only in the US, everywhere in the world. And it's great that HIMS quickly tried to catch up, announce as well some kind of dream product portfolio, training plan setup. Really, again, this very free package, personalized on your need. And yeah, very quickly after they announced this kind of solutions, there have been already some rumors in the market. Let me share this to you. I actually saw this originally at the YouTube channel of Beat the Denominator, a guy which I follow since the beginning of this channel, so shout out to you. Always watch your videos actually, so I can only recommend. He's as well very focused on high growth stocks, and this is what I like as well and love as well. And he basically shared the video in which he commented this kind of post at X, at Twitter, former Twitter, where a user named Moonstar tried to select a weight loss plan, and then the feedback of the platform of HIMS and hers was, oh, shipping in 2 or 3 weeks, very high demand, and people immediately thought, oh man, high demand, so weight loss is going well, and very likely some upside, unexpected upside is existing, and who knows? I mean, and the base of this is because of the ingredients which they utilize are actually not that special, yeah. So that's the reason why the assumption was by the market or by some investors or some analysts, okay, I mean, it can't be connected to a low availability of the ingredients which are required for HIMS and HERS. It needs to be the case that the demand is that really high. I'm not sure about this, and even if the demand is that high, I mean, today is about Q4 2023, last quarter of past business year. So if even the demand was really high, it was just about roughly 1 month. Yeah, the products run, especially it was Christmas time and feast days and New Year's, and so who knows? I don't think it will have a big effect on the results right now. And I think the management stated already in the past calls that when they launch new product lines like weight loss, it regularly takes, I think, 12 to 18 months to the products really affect the results, the revenue, the profit level in a very positive way. So I don't think that's the case nowadays. However, and I don't want to hide for you the second part of HERS, of HIMS and HERS, and that's the HERS page. Yeah. So many products, first of all, sound similar, but I think the demand is different because women or the female perspective, they have very likely other disease, or let's say these disease more often than men, and men have again other disease than women, and those more often, yeah, like erectional stuff, for instance, obviously. And as you can see, but here as well, hair growth, anxiety, depression. So two mental aspects are very strong driven here. We have as well, of course, weight loss, which is getting rolled out very actively, as you can see here. It's a little bit designed different, colored green, but I guess the ingredients are similar more or less. We have some hair products, all the stuff looks quite good. Some generic stuff, of course. Yeah, that's basically HIMS and HERS, let's say it like this. So now we can finish this call. We are done for today. It was great to talk to you. Goodbye. No, of course not. So we will go on. And I want to show you some other releases which took place, just to get an idea how the product portfolio is developing in the past. As you can see, just about the past business year in their news page. So we had here some launches about some new line of volumizing shampoos and conditioners. Yeah, I'm very likely not the best customer of this, but who knows. Then we have a big launch which was Heart Minds. So basically, can see for erectile dysfunction, but as well in a small metal box. Yeah, you can just push it on, open or close it, and it's basically something what you can chew. Yeah, which we can check it out in detail. And again, a very convenient way to use. I mean, the ingredients are not developed first time or launched first time by HIMS and HERS, but to talk about medical issues or dysfunctionalities for the customers, which they don't like to talk about, which it's not that nice to go into the pharmacy maybe, and you get your pack with awkward looking shape stuff and a lot of text you need to read. That's of course way more convenient to get something which you can chew on, like a chewing gum, and it has mint flavor, and right after on you're ready for whatever you like to do with it. Yeah, that's your part of the story. Yeah, so that's a perfect example. And of course the way to the prescription by the doctor is as well digitalized. Yeah, that's part of this very free package. Yeah, this experience of really getting well treated, getting directly someone who's going to the call, give you response. Yeah, okay, what guy or woman, what is your need, what is your disease, or whatever, and then they prescribe you something or offer you something, whatsoever. Yeah, it's said like this. And so yeah, that's a very convenient way overall to somehow solve your disease or even prevent your disease. Because I mean, a lot of these kind of products, I mean, it sounds awkward, but hair shampoo stuff, whatever, which is making sure that your hair grows again. Yeah, Of course, on the first glance, it's just because making sure that you look better, maybe, or you feel better. But this feel better, of course, has another result effect out of it. I mean, if you're not feeling well, you maybe don't want to go on the people, and you're getting a little bit isolated socially because of your hair, erectional, you don't want to talk to girls, or you have mental disease, and this kind of stuff even is as well quite preventive in making sure you're not running into more heavier disease. Yeah. So, but you can see that a lot of products getting rolled out, even some quite innovative products, like you can see dual function solutions, cardiovascular and erectional. So again, erectional solutions, solving solutions. Yeah. And then we have a very big one, or at least a sound big one, and was announced very big. And of course, artificial intelligence. Yeah, the both keywords of the century already have been utilized over here. So what is MedMatch is basically, and was announced November last year, is you can see it, next generation of intelligent diagnostic services. So provide even more personalized, accurate treatment plans for the customers. I think they roll it out and make first tests and pilot stages with mental health products. Oh, here is it, mental health products. And if it's successful, roll it out more heavy. And I like this way because it really make a difference between them making the difference between HIMS and HERS and their product portfolio and the product portfolio of the competitors. Yeah. So we talked about the products, we talked about weight loss a little bit. Of course, it's even 8% in the up. Maybe the market is smelling something what I even don't smell, and the $10 is definitely crashed. So it's getting closer and closer, guys. Let's check quickly if the results are already live. Okay, more time, that's great. So I prepared a little bit more, of course, and we go quickly through this as well. What is this? Okay, that's the target of for today. Yeah, you can see it here. EPS. The consensus is EPS of 6 cents positive. Yeah, so first time, and maybe GAAP neutrality will get reached and achieved. And the revenue target is $245. Yeah, I prepared an Excel sheet for some numbers which are interesting for me, as you can see here. And actually I show you what I am expecting. So as you can see, for me important is somehow a neutral number. Yeah, I think the market will not be happy with a 0, but I'm happy, because for me it's a growth company. I know others want to see now profitability. The company is losing money since IPO basically, and this should get changed soon for a lot of participants of the market. For me it's not that important. And we talk about revenue. I want to see roughly $249 million. Why? You can see here I just took the difference between Q4 and Q3 2022, which was as well 22 million, and I just want to simply see that 1 year later, I mean, on the relative basis, sometimes difficult to catch up and hold the momentum, yeah, to always grow by 50% or whatsoever. But in this case, I want to see at least that the absolute numbers on the same level. So that's the reason why I want to see from Q3 to Q4. I want to see an improvement of $22 million. Yeah, and when we talk about the forecast, a lot of times HIMS and HERS keeping you a very strong update about forecast. I want to see something like $264. Again, same difference between the forecast of Q4 and Q1 2022, 2023, and here Q4, Q1 2023, 2024. Yeah, that's the case. And I will add some other information because there's a marketing flywheel, and oh man, I'm running out of time like always. Check out again if the results. Okay, results are not live. I just updated in the background the results, the earnings results page, and it looks good. So for me, there is a marketing flywheel, yeah. Or there's not only for me. There's a marketing flywheel, and people who are a little bit asking or not 100% sure how convinced you should be investing into HIMS and HERS, they're telling that the part of the investment of revenue into marketing is way too high, as you can see, of 51%. Yeah, so they tell that the investment of marketing is so high, basically, by HIMS and HERS. I'm very sure when you are living in the US, you are confronted with it. I think there are a lot of TV commercial stuff going out there, and they're working with some famous, popular people. Yeah, and so basically, they tell as soon as they will decrease the investment of marketing, the revenue will drop on the same level at least. And even though it's always a subscription business, so again, some aspect what I need to mention, the products are subscribed most of the times, and you have a plan of not only 1 month, but you get those products for half a year, 1 year. The more you order in advance, you're getting better price, of course. And the subscription somehow is not adding too much benefit. As soon as marketing expenditure getting decreased, it's done. Yeah. So this is what I want to see as well, that it's developing right. Earnings results are not live, or at least not the press release is live at the moment, but we're getting more closer and closer to this point in time. So I quickly share one more time my PowerPoint slide, what I prepared, and I'd show you quickly what is important for me, or what I like to see next to revenue and EPS development, what we talked a moment ago about, is the outlook. Yeah. So they released an outlook on the short term and then the midterm. Short term, next business year, I want to see something like 1.1 billion US dollars. Yeah. So for me, just crushing the 1 billion US dollar mark is not enough. To quickly share again the screen and go to HIMS and HERS. You can see here the revenue development. So this year 870 million, and the consensus is as well on 1.1 billion. Yeah, maybe it's by accident, maybe I just copied it. No, but actually it was just out of my mind, and 1.1 was the target I really want to go for. But what is a little bit different, I think, is the midterm target 2025 of 1.35 billion US dollars. So to show you, in their latest earnings press release, where I can find it, here it is. They provided an outlook, and I think it's way too low. It's not updating so quickly. Maybe we need a little bit more time. Need to invest in a better connection of where's the outlook. So that's the here we are. Yeah. So as you can see here, 1.2 billion is the outlook for 2025, and I think that's strongly sandbagging. Actually, I expect they will go more for like 1.35. So I would love my honest target for today, which would be the driver, where I'm very confident that no matter how short sellers are strong or whoever are afraid as an investor currently, I think which creates so much conviction and momentum in the market would be GAAP neutrality, and as well a midterm guidance for 2025 of more revenue. So I hope for 1.35. That's my target. And yeah, let's EPS, as I mentioned, it's not that important for me, honestly. Yeah. Okay, let me check out one more time what is going on with the earnings results. Okay, they are live, and I told you we will go live, so we'll go now in and check out what is going on over here. Guys, let's go, man. Man, I love this. I mean, I'm feeling sometimes like a junkie, and I'm for sure not a junkie when we talk about stocks. I think for this, I'm too disciplined, but I like the feeling to make research, and it's a little bit like, I think you are raising horses and treat them very well with the best nutrition whatsoever, making sure you're betting on the right horse, and then there's the race. And today it's race time, yeah, or crunch time. So guys, let's go right into it and check out what is going on. So what was it? 249 million quarter result, 870 yearly, and Yeah, gap neutrality. No net loss, please. Let's check out. Oh, it's right on the estimation, I think. Net income. Ooh, that is what we like to see. That is what we like to see for sure, man. Yeah, okay. Can you see it? It definitely doesn't look bad. Yeah, I can already tell it for sure, man. I mean, 872, I think it's right on the consensus, what was expected as well here by Seeking Alpha, for instance, what you can see here. So it's right on the spot. But what is amazing is for sure the net income. Yeah, this is something which is a driver, a true driver. And I want to see, before we check already the first development of the price, I want to make sure that revenue range of 100. Oh yeah. Ooh, yes. That's great. That's great already. I mean, we talked a moment ago about the guidance for 2025 midterm, which was, let's go back to it. As you can see, 1 quarter ago for 2025, it was 1-2 billion. And I told you, I want to have this gap, profitability or neutrality or whatsoever. And I want to see a correction of the midterm. And I think it will get provided a midterm correction or something like this, because the original target of 1.2 billion in 2025 is now guided for 2024. Is that the case? Or let's see it again. Provides Q1 full year guidance with full year revenue. Yeah. And the EBITDA target is getting adjusted as well into the positive, but let's say in the mid of $10 million. Not too crazy, but maybe it's as well sandbagged. Okay, I mean, now I can check out the price, the live price, and I think it will definitely be in the green. I mean, maybe you're wrong sometimes, but this sounds great. Yeah, 15%. Let's go, boys. Let's go. And girls, of course. I mean, I need to definitely increase the audience in terms of female power. I think, based on my analysis, I have not a single viewer on the female side. So if you can invite your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, your mother, or your grandmother, grandmom to join and watch the stream, I would be so happy, because really I need to work on the ratio. However, 16% up, guys. That's great. That's great. It's not the first time I'm doing an earnings call, and it was on this level. I think Q2 it was. But guys, gap neutral. I need to work on this word, really. But let's say gap profitability positively, and an adjusted earnings guidance for next year, revenue guidance next year is definitely strong driver. That's not. It's not like shopping on the edge, you know. It's really pushing my perspective. Okay, so guys, I would say we will go now onto the Excel sheet and check out what is going on with the marketing spend, what is going on with the average volume, turnover per subscriber. I can already see here 48%. It is, and it stays as a delicious company. Yes. Wait. I will keep sharing the press release. Let's say it like this, and next to it, I will enter the data of the results. So what was the quarter revenue? Man, need to be a little bit concentrated, guys. Or do they not announce? Here it is, 3 months. Okay, 246. So, yeah, so actually a little bit less than I expected. Yeah, so I wanted to see 249, and it's 247. Let's say it like this, but it's fine. I think that will not be too negatively. What is more important is the correction of the guidance and the gap neutral levels. So okay, entered. Then we have EPS. Wait, let's see how the news section is reacting to it on Seeking Alpha. I can always recommend Seeking Alpha. Maybe when I have more than 50 subscribers, I can make some linkage here and can earn some money with it. But that's not that important. I mean, having this earning live streams, that's really fun. So yeah, GAAP EPS, nice. You can see it here, everything well fetched together, the information, 48%, nice. First quarter expected revenue, that's great. I mean, I expected that this is what I can enter already now. I expected 264, and it's definitely, the mid of it is 269.5. That's definitely more. I will add this as well to the table. That's great. We have the EPS of, which was it? 0. That's totally fine. That's great. And now I will go back to the release and check out, because I mean, it's not about the superficial numbers. It's important that the superficial numbers are right, revenue and profit or whatsoever. But I mean, we're talking about individual companies, yeah, with individual identities and DNA. And in this case, as I mentioned, there are strengths and there are weaknesses, and there are these doubts to this company in terms of marketing and of marketing flywheel. If they're really, will they create some networks, cross-selling, upselling to their customers? Will this take place or not? Or if they need to still spend so much marketing? And I mean, if I check right now the marketing spend and I would see it's so crazy high, then sorry guys, even if for the most people out there it looks good, for me it would not look so good. Yeah, I want to see those changes. So we go to the marketing. We are already here actually, and I compare it always Q4, Q3. Yeah, in this case, yeah, this is how I set it up for HIMS and HERS, not year on year, not quarter, year on year, quarter. Yeah, so like Q4 2023, Q4 2022. That's not the case. So let me. I think that's already. I can already see with the on first glance it didn't grow too heavily. So wait, I entered. It's a little bit. So many numbers. And now the subscriber count. Oh, but this looks on first glance not so great actually. The subscriber count quarter on quarter. Maybe I'm too negative. Maybe I'm too negative, guys. But we will see. Okay. So now I've entered all the information into this more or less dump sheet, as you can see here. And yeah, as you can see, I mean, forecast was on the EPS side, earnings per share was minus 2 cents, US dollar cent, and it's now 1 up. So I hope for neutral level, and it's positive. GAAP net income, what was it, 1.2 million. They made sure, however, they did this, maybe they somehow just saved a little bit money to reach this, to make just sure to reach this target, which was targeted by HIMS and HERS for quarters, Q4 2023, they target neutrality and a neutral level, and they reached it. Then we have the revenue side, and actually doesn't look too convincing to me, when we talk now about the now results Q4, last quarter of last business year. So I mean, 246 was the target, 246.47 was reached. Guys, I would like to see more like 250, as I mentioned, but it's okay. So I mean, they didn't look. You can see here, 1 year ago they hit the target or crushed it by 6.4 million. Yet now just by 0.8 million. So it was really a close call and not so convincing. And I can tell you, to end the story in terms of weight loss, I don't think it accelerated the revenue so strongly, because otherwise it would not be so close, the forecast and the actual revenue. But what is again great and way more important, I think nowadays, I mean, all the earnings I back the past weeks, no matter if we talk about Alpha, new bank, digital bank from Latin America, Grab, like the Uber of Southeast Asia, all of those companies, outlook was really the matter. And Nvidia, of course, as well, the big brother of all companies nowadays, somehow. Outlook was the relevant number, if they have enough fuel for the engine, or do you already see that the fuel getting out, you're getting out you're running out of fuel. Yeah, basically this is how you call it. And as you can see, I think HIMS is definitely not running out. For me as well, revenue and revenue outlook, of course, is very important. As you can see here, roughly $270 million forecast for the upcoming quarter, which is great. I mean, it's an increasement of roughly $25 million. I would already be happy with 260, 265. You can see 1 year ago, on absolute base, they increased the guidance by roughly 18 million, now by 24 million. Nice, man. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see. We can quickly see how much it is compared year on year. Do a little bit math here, and there we go. -1. Oh, not -14. So it's 32% roughly year on year, more on the absolute scale. Yeah. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. And now it's getting more interesting. I will delete quickly this field again, this box. And now we're going a little bit more into detail in terms of marketing spend and of revenue per subscriber. So, I mean, revenue year, quarter on quarter, you can see it here, 8.8%. Very, very solid. I mean, again, the company's freaking, sorry, right words used, freaking cheap, yeah. I mean, I told it you when I introduced to the company 50 minutes ago, EV to sales of 2. I mean, it will not stick here, I think. Now, really, I expect now, really, the engine is charged, yeah. Now, the horse will start to run. And there's some momentum, and shorting this company, I don't think it's a good idea, for instance, yeah. So revenue quarter on quarter is great. Marketing spend is, I mean, for me the message is marketing spend is less. Yeah, the difference is less relatively to the revenue development. That's the message I want to see, even if it's a close call. It is a call. And subscriber, hard for me to judge about. Doesn't sound so much, but 100% quarter on quarter, again, not that bad. I mean, yeah, not that bad. It doesn't feel like, I feel like that really the market is full, yeah, and the demand is decreasing. That's not the case. I mean, all of those numbers looks good. I mean, marketing, yeah, it's not, would be good if it would be lower, but the other both KPIs looks great. And then we have the marketing of revenue. Yeah, somehow I just created this KPI to make sure to get a feeling for it. If really the spend marketing per revenue US dollar is getting lower, and it's getting lower, but look, it's so close. It's so close. So I think the reason why they achieved now the GAAP profitability is more like their margin is increasing. Yeah, maybe we can take a look in the documentation in a few minutes. But I think it's not about that they spend less marketing. It's more like maybe some upselling, some cross-selling is going on. So really, the marketing wheel is slowly starting to turn. Yeah. But maybe as well the margin, yeah, they're getting just more efficient, let's say it like this, yeah. The gross margin, for instance. Let's check out the revenue per subscriber, and that is as well what I really like. Really like. Honestly, that's very, very green, very, very positive for me, because I mean it doesn't look like a big difference, yeah, $1.5 US roughly. But it's quarter over quarter, and it's just, I mean, of course, some inflation going on, but a lot of times, like you have seen it on GAAP, yeah, the overall turnover increased, the overall revenue increases, the number of customers increase, but somehow the revenue per subscriber decreases, because maybe the buying power, the spending power decreases as well, because maybe you start to save as a customer of HIMS or of a company, you start to save on products which you don't need really fundamentally, yeah, essentially. And maybe you start to, yeah, cancel your subscription at HIMS or you lower them or whatsoever, yeah. And this doesn't look good like this for me. It looks like the buying power is on a solid level. The product's getting or experiencing a good organic demand. Of course, could increase higher, but I'm very happy that it's not getting decreased. Yeah, so that's great for me for sure. And this is already somehow, I mean, yeah, if the marketing of revenue is lower, then very likely marketing per subscribers is well lower, and that's for sure not the case. It's not the case. It's not the case. Yeah, so you can see that it's actually higher. So that's not nice. That's what I don't like. I mean, you make more revenue per subscriber, but on the other hand, you spend more marketing per subscriber. Again, it's lower. Yeah, the difference quarter over quarter. Same like here again, subscriber to revenue difference, and marketing is revenue is increasing higher. Yeah, and creating more speed, but yeah. That doesn't look too well for me. However, yeah, let's keep it as it is. But overall, let's check out. I always do some rating. I do some rating for the companies, and I originally wanted to tell to you about this in advance, like I do this every call. But this time, as I mentioned, being on time was more important for me. That's the reason why we'll now quickly talk about it. So. These are the metrics, the figures, the aspects which are crucial for me in terms of the evaluation of the stock. And as you can see here, I will now put them in color of the traffic lights, like green, yellow, red, positive, neutral, negative, to give at least my opinion, my perspective about the company and about an evaluation about the different metrics. Yeah, so for me, revenue honestly is definitely not more than neutral. Yeah, when we talk about the results right now, I mean, again, forecast was 245 and the result was 246, 247, something like this. It's neutral for me. Yeah, I can't celebrate this. Yeah, maybe it's even red, but I keep it neutral. That's fine. EPS green. Yeah, I mean, it's not the biggest surprise. Oh wait, use another color, a little bit more shiny, I think. Yeah. So EPS, it wasn't the biggest surprise with $1 positive per share, but they achieved it. That is somehow a milestone for a company, and it's not that unlikely they will keep now this dynamic. Yeah, it's very unlikely that next quarter they will go into the negative. Yeah, I think they want to create the ladder, and on each stair and each quarter they will somehow push it a little bit further and a little bit more positive. So as soon as they reached it, they would keep it. That's my opinion. At least I would keep it like this if I would be involved into the management. But glad I'm not, because I can't work with this kind of workload very likely, and I'm not skilled and competent. However, I think that's definitely a greenish sign. And we talk about the outlook. Oh, when we talk about the outlook, we could quickly check out if they talking about the outlook. Wait, I'm sharing. Again, the browser, and normally I think it's a little bit down there somewhere. We're just looking for a word. Outlook. Yes, here we are. For the full year, yeah, that's definitely. As first quarter looks very good. Adjusted EBITDA margin is way higher than now. Last quarter it was. I'm not sure if the new documentation is online. Let's check this out quickly. Where we are. Maybe already the earnings presentation. That would be nice. I like to work with it. However. Let's go back to the slide deck and to the development of, here it is, adjusted EBITDA margin. I mean, the outlook shows that on the long-term perspective, they go for 20 till 30%, and gross margin of 70%. And they have been on a level last quarter at least of 5.4%, and now so many tabs, and now they're already going for 8 to 10%. Yeah, so really an increasement, very strong increasement, and the revenue itself, of course, as mentioned, 1.1 was the consensus of, as you can see here, HIMS forecast for upcoming year it's now 1.11. It already changed slightly, but to go back to the evaluation sheet, the earnings call should start, I think regularly 1 hour after the release. Let's see what is the news. I check quickly for you the news, guys. Time was, here are the conference call discuss results at 5 p.m. Yeah, so in roughly 30 minutes, I guess, right? The call will take place. I will very likely not listen to it later on. I will read the transcript as well. Again, here Seeking Alpha is a good source for the transcripts. 1 day or 2 days later, it's available, and you can just read it a little bit quicker and a little bit more focused. Go through it. Yeah. So 5 p.m. ET or 11 p.m. CET, where I'm located. That's the time for the earnings call, colleague. Let's go back to the evaluation sheet, and I'm very happy because this earnings season was difficult for me. My companies my investments didn't work out so well, or at least the market didn't like the results. I was quite happy with most of them, but I had at least chance to invest in companies like Perion because they dropped after the earnings release. However, so I want to see a revenue guidance of 2024 of 1.1 billion, and they announced roughly 1.2 billion, 100 million more, 10% more, crazy. So that's very, very green. I can't give it even, I would love to give it a more green color. So that's very, very green. And I think, I'm not sure if they will guide it later, or I can check it out in a moment, if they already somehow stating the guidance for 2025, or maybe even already 2027 would be great. But I'm very confident that it's not any more 1.2 billion like it was 1 quarter ago. I think it will be something like this, or very likely even 1.4 billion for the whole business year. So I think we can color this green as well. Then, that is what we already had. The profitability took place, neutrality. Then we have the marketing flywheel, and the other aspects are not so important right now, but on the short-term marketing flywheel effect, guys, again, sharing again the Excel sheet, and you're welcome, Zagek72. Zagek or Sajik, I'm not sure if I pronounce it correctly, but you're very welcome, and I'm very glad to have you in. And of course as well, Lone Mover Man, Jazzy, Panda the Fuck, Paralyzed, Felix Fetter, one of the first, and Robunto, Niklas Menton, so many people, it's crazy. Cameron King, MP, we already chatted earlier. Thank you very much for all of you who have joined, and even those who are not using the chat function, of course, as well. Very, very glad to have you in. But to go back quickly to the evaluation and to this marketing flywheel, as you can see, one more time, revenue per subscriber is increasing quarter on quarter. The marketing spend as well, not that heavy like revenue per subscriber. And you can see here the marketing of revenue is getting lower, but honestly, not that strong. And this is, I honestly think it will not have the strongest impact on the end result, but I would color it yellow. But really, it's more like a red yellow than a green yellow, for sure. So I don't evaluate it too positive. And I mean, it's investments, and at least my target is to invest in the best companies I can find and I can invest in. Yeah, and look, I give it even come on, give it a yellow color and it's fine. Yeah, my target is to invest in the best companies I can find. Yeah, no better companies or something like this. Highly appreciate. Hope can see you again on other earning streams in the future. Lone Mover Man. But thank you very much for the polite and kind words. However, I need to be very strict with the companies, yeah. And if you see the other earnings results I backed in the past weeks, you experience that I'm very strict, and I like to give the companies red color if I think some aspects run out very badly. And I think everyone should be very strict, a little bit even more strict than being nice to the companies and to the evaluation. I mean, we are not talking about fairy tales. It's our life and our money. Yeah, it's serious business at the end, even if it can make a lot of fun. Yeah, thank you very much for the subscription, man. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate, really. And yeah, basically, the marketing flywheel effect is not hitting into the right direction. That is what I see right now. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm missing something. I will read later on by myself or tomorrow maybe. It's not about minutes. The details of the earnings release. I will read the transcript, the earnings call, communication, and maybe we will find some details which I miss right now because I just checked out the superficial numbers and the figures which are interesting for my evaluation for this call. But as long as I can see the marketing spend and the revenue per subscriber right now and the development of the subscribers overall, which is not that bad, the last aspect at least, I don't think it's so positive. However, overall, I need to I prepared something. Wait. This is, I need to do this better. There's no surprise anymore. But I always rate the companies somehow for myself in 3 different dimensions. And first of all, for me, sometimes I invest in companies' growth in terms of profit, then growth in terms of revenue, and then, which I like the most actually, and then growth into profit and revenue. Some companies have this split identity. And even though if HIMS and HERS now reach the GAAP neutral level, for me it stays as a revenue growth company. For me there's no doubt, even if they will now start making money, revenue is in first place, I think, and they will run up and go and create this momentum, and I don't think they will stop now investing in marketing. At least it doesn't look like this, and I like it basically. So that's the reason why I think coloring the marketing flywheel, spend, effect, whatsoever, and yellow is fine, because I want to see revenue, and it's fine that they invest money. Yeah? I can't complain about something if I like the result of it. Yeah. So, however, and overall, when we talk about the call, because of the outlook, because of the expectation, I would rate it definitely positive. Yeah, I mean the market is doing it the same, but on the other hand, in the past sometimes the market didn't appreciate the results, and I appreciated it. This time we are on the same base, because GAAP neutrality and very likely, of course, guidance rates of next year, but as well of, I guess, midterm guidance will get adjusted as well. It's just too strong momentum basically to ignore. Yeah, and let's check out one more time the current price development, and then I will go one more time into the 15%. Guys, that feels very good. But let's hope for the best that tomorrow it will go on. Yeah, this time I'm more confident than ever that it will go on with this pricing, because as I mentioned, it looks too good actually, and I would not bet against it even if I would be not an investor. But who knows? Yeah, who knows? I mean, what is going on with the market? And maybe let's check one more time out how the comment section reacts. We have 2 comments on Seeking Alpha. So far, nothing new here, and same procedure as last Q's: under promise and over deliver. Beast in the making. Yeah, marked what? For sure, man. I share your opinion, no doubt about it. And then the real Jack Mallory is responding. Please write soon these vending machines. Yeah, you can see in the regular doubts and doubter. Yeah, so can't blame on this. Yeah, we don't know how this will run out and if it will end very positive for all of us. I mean, the ones who invested for a short bet will be and sell tomorrow maybe are very likely very happy about this. But what we have here as well. Yeah, you can see it here. Just to come back to the competitive situation, Eli Lilly, they offer the obesity drugs, so basically weight loss products online now, and this as well hit HIMS and HERS. So a lot of stuff is hitting HIMS and HERS. Then Amazon Clinic expands nationwide. Yeah, it was announced August 2023. This kind of news, of course, like the competition aspect, is always very present. Hits a company like HIMS and HERS on the rumor side, and the assumptions getting more negative. Then Teladoc, the results, as you can see here, revenue is not growing anymore so heavily, even if it's, both is healthcare service and product provider, right, but the approach is completely different. I will not go to details anymore, or to details now, but of course, if Teladoc going through a negative development, as you can see here in terms of the pricing, HIMS and HERS, very negative development actually. Sorry for the investors of Teladoc. I mean, it's serious business at the end. However, this hits as well. Yeah, if the earnings are bad from Teladoc, one of the primus of the big players in the market getting hit as well. And then of course we have competitors like, for instance, you can see here Roman. Cloudflare in the making. I want to invest in the past in Cloudflare as well, but it's way too expensive for me, honestly. So I don't regret it that I didn't invest in Cloudflare, but it's when I see it, I think sometimes about the research I put in and that I decided against it. However, you can see Roman.com, it's more focused on the male side, but it has very, very similar stuff. You can see it here, body program, weight loss, but they provide as well the Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk solutions, RX driven, but hair, skin, so this kind of stuff is existing as well, and people asking what is the difference. But then on the other hand, you see as well, then you see news like, for instance, like this year, Amazon cutting hundreds of jobs, and healthcare unit, One Medical and Amazon Pharmacy. Of course, they are not stating, the management of Amazon is not stating that it's because the demand is too low, business is not going so well, developing to the right direction. But the market sometimes then anticipated, that's actually the case. So there are always bad sides and negative sides and good sides, but so far, I mean, HIMS and HERS is just developing really straightforward, very, very positively. I mean, let's check out again one more time the results of the past quarters since they launched, and you can't blame them for anything. I mean, there are doubts, and I understand this. Even these aspects like I talked about the risks video I released 2 or 3 months ago on my channel. You can check it out. The risks turns into favorable situations for HIMS and HERS, which is actually my perspective on it. Otherwise, I would not be that strongly invested in this company. And again, my number one conviction stock. So, but sometimes you think if the numbers are too good, everything is shining too green and designed too positive, where's the downside? Where's the other side? Of the moon, where's the negative side of the coin? Let's say it like this, And maybe there is simply not a negative side at the moment, even from the regulation point of view. I mentioned in this video that there is this concerns that sooner or later regulators step in and tell, when guys, you're selling very impactful drugs, medicamentation products through the internet, you provide prescriptions and you are a digital pharmacy and doctor shop whatsoever, and it's not that regulated, or maybe there will be some incidents in the future and it can have an effect on the HIMS and HERS history and legacy and presence and future. It can have the case. It can be the case, but I mean, if the US is similar to Germany, for instance, to Europe, the infrastructure of these healthcare providers is not that well. The pharmacies are not spread so well. They're running out of staff, and doctor shop, to get an appointment is very difficult, this kind of stuff, yeah. You need to sometimes pay for it and wait for it and whatsoever, and HIMS and HERS is just filling a gap. If I would be in the position of the government, I would be somehow happy that these companies are exist. They try to fill in the gap with their solutions, yeah, and the services, and why I should regulate them in a negative way. Maybe sooner or later they will regulate HIMS and HERS if they get too much market power, antitrust issues, risks whatsoever. But so far we can just evaluate what we evaluate, and if what you can see here looks quite delicious. Yeah, wait, I can. Where? I will find the tweet for you. Give me a moment, please. But again, one more time, beat the denominator. Again, colleague, beat the denominator. If you watch this, send me a message. We can do a video together if you like, or stream or whatsoever. I mean, I appreciate what you do for the community of growth stock investments. I mean, I'm not always sharing 100% the opinion of you, but let's collaborate a little bit if you like. And guys who are watching the stream, I can only recommend you to check out his content on YouTube. One moment, I will share it very, very quickly in the chat. So yeah, I have it. There we go. Hope it's working out. Okay, so that's the I hope you can see it, man. It's the first time my chat function is working with my tool, so I'm not 100% sure it's working or not, but it looks at least like it is. Hi R, very glad you are in the call. Let's check one more time on the final stage, man. Meanwhile, I share really everything I can share, but one more time I want to check out if the slide deck is available. Getting up to the financial quarterly results. You can still see my screen. Yeah, that looks good. And yeah, earnings is not, the earnings presentation, it's not live and available. Yeah, that's not that unregular. Most of the time it's available during or right after the earnings call, which starts in 13 minutes. Maybe in the future I will even guide the earnings call live, but I think that's not a great idea. Sometimes I have really strong issues, honestly, to understand the English language, and yeah, and even above this, I'm not the investment king and balance sheet king and whatsoever. I'm not getting tired of mentioning this. Okay, what we have here? What is the margin? What is the margin actually of this? I mean, 5.4 was the adjusted EBITDA margin of last quarter, and this time 38%, the 4% year on year. It's nice, man. It's just simply amazing. I mean, okay, that's not a big surprise, but it's the case. Net cash provided by operating activities. Yeah, positive as well, turned positive free cash flow. I mean, if you are a doubter and you now see these results, maybe you're creating more negative momentum, yeah, and will to make sure that you somehow find aspects of the company which are not looking fine, and maybe you're right, but it simply doesn't look that bad. Yeah, so of course overall for the business year it's negative, but next year would be very surprising if it's still the case. Where's the free cash flow? Yes. Financial outlook, fine. Okay, I think we need to go to the table section and see if the assets, not the balance sheet's not that interesting for us. What is going on? Cross margin, I can see it, but where's the? Maybe I'm simply too somehow flashed or blinded by the results, but I can't can't find the adjusted EBITDA margin. However, not that important, guys. I think today it's Max Mustermann. Thank you very much. Ubuntu, you need to showed some slides on Twitter. Okay. Interesting. Hi, Max Mustermann. Nice that you joined. Wait, you're totally right. I will go through one. A bit. But if I can't find it like this, then it is how it is. Because I want to see the current one and I don't want to calculate it by myself. We got it finally. Thank you very much, Max Mustermann. Greetings to Germany, I guess, or Austria or Switzerland, something like this, I guess. Okay, it's 8% already. Whoa. Yeah, crazy. That's crazy. I mean, wow, that's really crazy. I mean, year on year, 2% to 8%. That's definitely a huge development. And I mean, what did they guide it? 8 till 10%? I think they really put it low, and it's strong sandbagging. Outlook, where are you? 8 till 10%. First quarter, okay, 9 till. Okay. I think it's sandbagging still very heavily, and I mean, the revenue looks realistic or even a little bit low, but adjusted EBITDA, I would not be surprised if we are more like 10 till 12%, something like this, for the upcoming business or for the ongoing business year. Yeah. However, so one time sharing the sheet, payback period under 1 year shown in slides. Oh man, that sounds interesting. Yeah, I check this out later. Maybe I create a separate video. 52% of new observed customers go to HIMS. That's crazy. Everything positive. Thank you very much, Robunta, for your service. So one more time, positive results, no matter if you're talking about the current revenue, EPS development. Revenue could be higher, but $247 million is okay. The outlook is just very, very strong, no matter if you talk about the revenue side. I think midterm will be adjusted as well sooner or later, very likely after the call. Maybe they put already some targets for 2027, would be amazing. The EPS looks great. The adjusted EBITDA margin is developing in the right direction. We have the profitability GAAP neutrality we are targeting for. Marketing flywheel, the spend doesn't look too great, but however, we want to see revenue growth. At least I want to see it first and foremost, and I think it's sitting to the right direction. And Ubuntu, what you are writing here, 30% of subscribers are choosing for personalized offerings. That's great. That's great, because this is what I can share one more time. It was 23% or something like this in the last. I need to find this slide. I think it was 23%, something like this, last quarter. And if they now go for 30%, and personalized solutions is really making the difference. It's making the difference to a regular pharmacy, it's making a difference to regular providers of solutions. Here, 20%. Here, 20% was the result. And now it's, Ubuntu is mentioning in the chat, 30%. Crazy. Yeah, nice. So they're adopting it, they're accepting it, the market. Yeah. So, I mean, HIMS and HERS did some brainstorming, some strategical decisions. They decided for match. They decided for more individualized products. They decided for rolling out weight loss. And I think all of this, what they're doing, somehow is hitting into the right direction. Yeah. We can take a look at the further. Oh man, it's not. Here we go. Here we go. Into the further product pipeline. Let me check out. Here we go. Can you see it? Yes. That's the further product pipeline. And I think I'm running out of capacity of volume for my mobile hotspot. However, you can see on the men's health perspective, next one will be testosterone. I always would be a customer of it, guys. Honestly. So, or at least when I'm getting older, and I like that testosterone very likely. I mean, of course, younger people consume it as well, for different reasons. But that's as well a product which is very appealing for olders, for 40, 50, 60 years plus people. So testosterone is definitely an upcoming product which can have a huge impact on the market. Menopause, woman. Again, something which is targeting the older client section, potential client section, 50, 60, 40, 50 years old, I think, is something which is 50. Let's say on average might be 50 years old when this menopause period takes place, yeah. And as well, so they're going from the younger ones who going for the sexual. I mean, that's as well for the elders, but youngers like it as well. Hair growth stuff, a lot of younger people very like their customers. I mean, a lot of testimonials and people who are displayed in the marketing are younger people. And I can imagine with testosterone, menopause, they're really going for the older client section, which is amazing in my opinion. Dermatology, big driver, I think, for female and male, getting rolled out stronger. Then we have mental health, depression getting rolled out stronger. We have here, which is amazing, you can see it in the top part of the slide, weight loss suit was already executed and realized. And next one, if they stick to their timeline and to the order, go for pain management. And guys, pain management, yeah, I'm not an expert, but I think all of us have used in life some painkillers or this kind of stuff, yeah. Some are stronger, less stronger. We will see how they will roll it out. But I think that's as well, again, some products which are so wide. And keep in mind, please, yeah, the management itself stated, I think in the last earnings call, that it takes 12 to 18 months till the products really getting accepted by the market and having a relevant impact on the results. Yeah, so weight loss just rolled out, this heart mind stuff rolled out last year. Yeah, this will now start creating impact, especially weight loss. Yeah, it's not considered, I think, in the results right now. And on top of it, they have this personalized accelerator. Yeah, this match AI driven treatment plan stuff. Whew, man, I will stick to the company for sure. Yeah, I quickly check one more time, really, as a final move. I mean, the earnings call starts in 3 minutes and I really need to finish here. One more time. Okay, but we will see in a moment. You can see the earnings presentation slide deck and then you can check out by yourself. Very interesting slides. Maybe an outlook for midterm, as I mentioned, would be very, very interesting. Which I check one more time. The price development, I hope it stays solid till tomorrow and even for a few days. I think it will be the case, but we will figure it out in the next days, all of us. And so as a final step, I will check out the chat. Oh man, there's so much going on here. I'm not used to it. Let me check quickly how many people are watching at the moment. I have really no clue, guys. I always try my best for one or for even multiple viewers. 33 viewers? What? That's crazy, guys. That's crazy, man. Highly appreciate your support. Never expected that really the participation of the audience will be so high. If you somehow could live with the past minutes and you maybe learned something or you didn't felt alone while watching the stream, then subscribe to the channel and we can share more time in the future, and like this and comment it, and it would be amazing. You know, it's good for the algorithm, good for my personal motivation, of course. You can always tell you are one of the first ones. Yeah, would be amazing. Zagik, you asked something. Wait one moment, please. No. I'm sorry. I'm not prepared, and actually I need to work quite early tomorrow morning. Yeah, still grinding, and get some money to invest it in companies like HIMS and HERS. Yeah, so this will not be the case. I had 46 viewers. oh man, so I didn't perform well, I guess, because I lost 10 of them. Maybe they fell asleep or stuff like this because the information I was providing was not so great. However, yeah, for sure, man. I hope I will see all of you, and send me DMs if you like, if you have some questions or for whatever reason, you know. I work now a little bit more part-time. Maybe I will make a video in the future on the bonus section. Never did the bonus time video, but this might be a first one. So I have a little bit more time on the side for other things, and one of those is YouTube as well, because it makes fun. I can see the potential. It pushes me in the direction that I need to make more research and make even more sure that I'm not talking any BS to myself and to others. So definitely that's just the beginning. And yeah, I think the earnings call started. One more time, I will check out if the slide deck is available. If not, yeah, it's not. So I guess it will be after the call. However, thank you very much to all of you guys. Yeah, if you are interested in further content next week or even this week, end of the week, I will launch an Insights Time episode of my own portfolio. You can check out other content. You can send me messages, comment it, whatever. Like, subscribe, and if you don't like it, and subscribe it. Not absolutely. I don't take it negatively. Highly appreciate each of you that you joined. I don't have X or Twitter. One of the viewers already mentioned in the past videos that I should somehow create an account, and I will, because actually I can announce it right here that I've sold Indie automotive semiconductor company out of the US. I sold it 2 days or something like this in advance of the earnings call, and I invested the complete stack of what was it, $10,000 into Perion. Yeah, so number one is HIMS and HERS by volume and by conviction, of course, and second one is Perion. I plan definitely to make a pitch time episode of Perion like I did for GAAP, really a AAA plus stock analysis for you guys to create appeal to this company for you, and maybe afterwards you're interested to get more information of it. But Perion is definitely, yeah, of course. Have a great time, Sagig. All the best. I mean, I need to cancel anyhow, yeah. So I recommend all of you to join now Dudum, and making sure that the results are great and great questions getting asked. Hope to see you again one more time in the future. Again, this was no financial consultation whatsoever, and there's no guarantee for correctness of the provided data. Hope you join the next earnings stream, which will take place, I think, on 13th of March for Stoneco, Brazilian point of sales terminal provider and ERP software solutions provider out of Brazil. Will be very interesting as well. Then my earnings season is done for this year. Didn't work out so well actually, but this was now, at least at the moment, a very good happy end, let's say it like this. And yeah, looking forward to see all of you again. Thank you very much. Stay healthy. All the best to you. Cheers, and see you next time. Bye bye.